Hello, my name is Noah. There have been many things I've been called when I tell anyone this story, including crazy, sick, and delusional. No matter who I tell, no one believes me, so I take this story to you, whoever is reading this. I've always been paranoid that someone is watching or stalking me, so I always check my surroundings. Every day, I get the sense that something is watching me, even inside my own house, where I live alone. Today, I got more anxious than ever, thinking I was seeing something move away from the corner of my eye. So I bought a camera system for inside my house. Just so whenever I panic, I can check the cameras to ease my discomfort. Tonight I was feeling more anxious than ever. I was trying to watch a new movie on Netflix. All the lights in my house were off, with only the TV lighting up the living room. I kept seeing something or someone in the corner of my eye, but when I kept checking, I saw nothing. I couldn't get over the fear or the dread that someone might be in my house, so I checked the cameras in my house. I skimmed through the cameras and saw nothing. But the stress and the fear kept coming, as if someone were actually in my house. I couldn't focus on anything and looked behind me constantly. Quickly, I grabbed my phone again with chills down my spine and my palms sweating like I was in real danger to go check the cameras again. But this time I checked them slowly in every single room I looked through and saw nothing. When I looked through the kitchen's camera, which is the room next to the living room, I thought I saw nothing. I wished I would have just put my phone down and gone back to what I was watching and minded my own business. But I saw something move in the kitchen, looking into the living room. There was this thing. Looking into the living room from the kitchen was something that I don't think is even human. It was a humanoid figure standing at least 7 feet tall with skin that looked like it had been stretched too tight over its bones. It had no hair on its body, and its eyes were completely black, as if there wasn't a single ray of light that could penetrate them. Its arms were unnaturally long, reaching down to its knees, and its fingers were thin and spindly, like the legs of a spider. I froze in terror, staring at the figure through the camera. It didn't move, but I could feel its piercing gaze behind me. My heart raced as I watched the creature move closer to the living room, its movements jerky and unnatural. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't tear my eyes from the screen. Suddenly, the creature's head snapped toward the camera, as if it knew it was being watched. My entire body shook with fear as I saw its twisted, grotesque face contort into a smile. Suddenly, the power went out, and the room was plunged into darkness. I scrambled to find a flashlight on my phone, but my hands were shaking so badly that I couldn't focus. I heard something moving in the kitchen. My heart was pounding in my chest as I tried to stay quiet, not wanting to draw the creature's attention. But the sound grew louder, and I realized that it was coming closer. I could hear its spindly fingers tapping against the walls as it moved closer to me. I finally turned on my flashlight and pointed it to the kitchen and saw nothing. But when I looked back to the camera, the creature was there, staring directly at me as I looked at my phone while the creature tapped and dragged its fingers across the counters. Just staring at me, doing nothing. I got enough courage in my body to start running to the front door as if my life depended on it. But strangely, I didn't hear anything behind me chasing me. But I didn't care anything behind me. chasing me, but I didn't care. I opened the door and ran to my car and drove to the police station. As I arrived, I stumbled and fell into the station, panting and out of breath. The officer on the desk looked at me as if I insulted them. I told them everything, and the officer called in others and took me into a questioning room. They asked if I took any substances. For hours they questioned me and questioned my sanity, until eventually they let me go without doing anything. I left the police station more terrified than ever. I called my best friend Cam to come over so I wouldn't need to be in that house alone. I didn't tell Cam what happened so he doesn't think I'm a weirdo or something, but we watched movies together and played some games. When we wanted to go to bed, I set up the couch so I could lie in it and let Cam sleep on my bed for tonight. Before I went to sleep, I checked the camera to ease my mind. But that's when I saw it again. But this time it was in my room under the bed that Cam was sleeping in. I froze, even though I wanted to get up and get him the fuck out of there. I couldn't move my body. All I could do was watch as the monster's bone, skinny arms slowly reached out from under the bed towards Cam. I couldn't do anything. My blood ran cold and my breathing became heavy as I saw this monster reach for Cam's face. My friend screamed in pain, but not for long, as the monster covered his mouth and pulled him under the bed. From the living room, I can still hear his muffled screams. When he was gone, I felt my body move out of the couch and grab a weapon, and went to my room. I kicked the door in hoping to see Cam gone, but all I saw was my friend waking up and yelling at me, "What are you doing?" I was confused. I apologized, looked around, and thinking I might have gone crazy, I closed the door and walked away. When I looked at the camera again, I realized the cameras were a few minutes late when I saw the monster get out of bed. He started to make himself look more and more like Cam and got into his bed like nothing had happened before I entered the room. I ran away from home and didn't look back for a few weeks. When I finally moved out, I slept in my car and never saw Cam again. When I tried to tell people in Cam's family what happened, no one believed me. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm going back home and trying to find Cam. Bye. If you like my story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video for more and similar stories.